Woo-wee. Yo, today's talk and drive is more like talk. Um, I'm already at my destination, so it is what it is. Yeah, so man, a lot of things happening. So the channel is really growing. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, the main focus is going to be just being able to um follow through with some videos. Um, there's a lot of videos that I want to do and I want to talk about. Who's that? Hold up, gotta put on my glasses. Let's take a look. All right. Zombie farts are the worst. I agree. All right. What's up, everyone? What up, player? Yeah, so got a lot of stuff happening. I got a video I was supposed to upload and haven't uploaded yet, but it's coming. It's coming. It's coming. Yeah. It's about screen printing. I'm gonna try to see if I can get some screen printing going. Yeah, so that's basically what we're gonna be talking about next. I didn't title this video just like the one before because there's a lot of stuff that I want to cover, but I want to do it after these videos are posted. I want to talk more about vinyl success, being able to utilize it for like different things besides just cutting out vinyl for shirts, because you can do vinyl for stickers, and I primarily don't do stickers in this channel, but all right, sweet. I'm about to get into screen printing as a business. Actually, if you get into screen printing as a business, check out my screen printing with vinyl video. So screen printing requires you to have at least a one station, right? That's where you put the shirt. Minimum 4-color press, right? Screen, 4-color screen. And the screen is where you put the ink. So you put the ink on the screen, and then you have a squeegee, you pull it over to flood the area where the image is, and then you can either pull or push the image onto the shirt. What I may primarily focus on when it comes to screen printing is easy method of screen printing, because not a lot of us have a lot of room to screen print with a dark room, place to hide, to put all your films, place to put all your screens. Not all of us have the machines or the printers, the large printers especially, to be able to put the film on the screen with the emulsion, to be able to remove the image and have a stencil for the shirt design. Not all of us have that capability. So with that said, if you're screen printing, these videos that I've been doing on using HTV vinyl is great, right? All right. All right. I'll call you Zombie. All right. Zombie said, I actually had a lot of fun with that. Before I stopped, there was a new vinyl heat press that had no weeding. I don't know what you mean by that, but you know what, let me pin it so everybody can see it. So yeah, if you there is a way to if you're talking about screen printing without actually using like the emulsion and all that, because the process of screen printing, first you got to get your photo emulsion. You can either get it from screen printing companies or you can get it from Amazon, right? Once you get that, what you want to do next is mix it up together, or if it's already mixed, you want to do another mixing of it to make sure everything is nicely coated. And after you're done, you pour it on a scoop coater. You have the screen, and then you just do a zipping motion where you go up nice and slow, making sure the whole screen is flooded with emulsion. When you get to the top, I think like probably a centimeter or two. You want to stop there and then take it out. And like when you're putting the screen, and the back, you're doing the same thing. Go all the way up, stop a centimeter or two, stop there, pull it back. And what that does is it allows you time to be able to remove the emulsion instead of like flooding it all the way to the top of your screen, right? So that's the long way of doing screen printing. And then after you're done putting the emulsion, you want to make sure it dries. So you want to put it at a place where the emulsion can dry. Obviously, you're going to clean your screen before you do any of that to make sure there's no dust particles or anything, right? Yeah, so when you're done, once the screen itself has like set and is like hard enough that you can slap an image on there, which is a film all in black. You slap it on there, and you put it on top of a exposure unit. The exposure unit has lights, and what the light does is special lights that will shine through the emulsion and harden it, and anything it can't shine through, right, which would be the black, that itself will actually be really, really, really dark. I mean, really, really soft, and you can wash off the emulsion and you have a stencil. So that's basically screen printing in a nutshell. Now, when you're done with all that, right, what you want to do is like put it on the screen printing press, set it up so you can see if the image align, and then you add your ink and your screen press. You push the squeegee. But let's flash back. Before you do any of that, I forgot to say, once you have the emulsion set, you want to put the screen on top of the film while it's on your platen, right? The platen is where the shirt's going to be. And you can direct how you want it to be on the shirt based on how you have it on the platen, and then you just put it on the screen. You want to have double-sided tape, right? You stick it on the film. Then once you push it down where you want it to be, it'll be on the screen, and then you now can do the photo emulsion process. The exposure process. So once you've removed the film and you did all that process I said, then you have the screen, you put it on the screen press, and now you can align it properly. You always want to do a test run, right? So you put a shirt, you do a test run to see if the image is where you want it to be, and if the screen is properly set to do screen printing. So all this step, right? All this step, you don't need to do it, right? The only step you need to do when it comes to screen printing is basically screen printing with HTV vinyl, not sticker vinyl, HTV vinyl. There's a big difference between the two. So when you have HTV vinyl, it can go on shirts. It's more like a fabric type of material, and the glue, the adhesive that's in the back, only sticks when it's heated between, I think, 230 and up, right? So since that's the case, when you look at a screen has a mesh. The mesh is made of material, most likely fabric material, but most importantly polyester, right? That's the majority of screens. So what you want to do is basically this: set up your image, make sure it fits in the screen. You want to give yourself at least three fingers width on each side, so like about 2 to 3 inches on top to bottom. So when you're screen printing, you don't want the image to be so close to the edge where the ink can just leak through the edge and then mess you up. So you want the ink to be centralized in a location, and if it spreads, you have enough room that the ink won't get to the edge where it'll escape and go to the shirt, right? So with all that said, you want to really focus on knowing how to properly place your film. I mean your HTV when you're doing HTV screen printing, right? And that's why I've come up with so many videos, and I got more videos coming up with HTV screen printing. You can also do multicolors, and all it is just being able to get your film to print exactly similar locations. You get yourself registration on each one of the colors, each one of the screens, to see where these things are placed. Now, it's not ideal for if you're doing like I think they call it butt-to-butt screen printing. That just means the image is literally super close to each other, right? Oh, what's up, man? Distinct Performance said, what up? What's up, man? Hey, I was just talking with Distinct Performance. I went to the eye doctor, just made my appointment. I thought they were gonna take me real quick, but they said, nah, homie, you need an appointment. So let me pin that comment real quick. Replace. There we go. All right, he said he's here. Yeah. So we were talking about HTV screen printing. One of the methods you could use for like screen printing like really quick. So what are some of the disadvantages and advantages of screen printing with HTV? So the advantage of screen printing with HTV is this, right? Let's say you have, pardon me. Let's say you have, I'll just throw a number out there. Each screen, you can screen print for up to, I think, 400 plus shirts per screen, right? If you have the more industrial screens, I think you can hit 1,000 shirts per screen before you have to change the whole thing. I don't know, you sent a message, it said restricted. Let me take a look. Unpin, report, put you in timeout, remove amen. I don't know why the message didn't show up, but either way, my fault. Okay. So when you're screen printing with HTV, so the reason why I came up with HTV screen printing is because this reason. I realized that most machines, most HTV, aside from the sticker one, will adhere to fabrics. Polyester is a fabric. Most people's screens are made with polyester. So one of the ideas that I had by watching people using stickers, why don't they just use HTV, right? The advantage of HTV on screen is this. You're doing the opposite of what you would do with the vinyl. So normally with the vinyl, you want to get rid of the excess vinyl and use only the letters, numbers, or characters. Now, oh, you wrote something? Distinct Performance said it got deleted by me by accident. Oh, okay. So HTV vinyl allows you, the process. So when you decide to take the vinyl, instead of remove, number one, you got just do it regular as if you were cutting a regular image, right? So you don't want to reverse the image, nothing. Just leave it regular, right? Then once you have all the things cut out with the vinyl cutter, you want to remove the characters. Now you're only doing it once. So if you have 20, 30, 40 screen shirts, but you only need about, let's say, one image, this would be perfect. This is for somebody who's rushing, uh needs the shirt done immediately, and it's one color. You know what I mean? One or two colors, something like that. Or even three colors, or even four colors, right? As much colors if you have on your press, as long as the images is not directly on each other, right? And if you have it directly on each other, you need to have like one of those registration templates. That'll help you a lot, because um as you are aligning it, right, if you put a plus as your registration, all the colors should line exactly the same place to show you that it's properly registered. So now, once you have everything properly registered, the next step would be to uh no, let me back forward. Let me go back. Yeah, so now you're at the point where, like, you remove all the characters, all the letters, numbers, or whatever on the vinyl, right? So now you have a literal, like, template, a ghost of the image. What you normally throw out is not what you're throwing out. Now you have the space of the cutout of, let's say, number 1 all the way to 10 or 100, whatever, right? You place it on the first you go to your platen, right? Just like you would with the film. You put the shirt, you place the vinyl. I'm getting lost for word because I normally say film. So you take the vinyl and you put it on top of the shirt. This is why I said don't reverse it. Put it exactly like how it is, right? And when you put it on the shirt, I'm trying to think of how it would look like. Pardon me. I'm imagining putting the vinyl on there. That's why. See, all right. The Sync Performance says your camera has good picture. Yeah, it does, but it gives like a yellow tint. It's weird. Yeah. So, yikes. I'm thinking, like, because I've put the vinyl inside the flood area and outside the flood area. I found out the best way to do screen printing with vinyl is to put it outside the screen area, which is in the back. And what that does is it stops the ink from, number one, getting to the shirt, but it keeps you from actually ruining the vinyl, because if you're pushing on the vinyl, because the vinyl is a plasticky material, eventually, I mean, it's gonna take a lot of prints, but eventually the vinyl's gonna wear out. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna come out, but you're gonna start to see like rips on it if you're putting too much force and you're just messing with it. And if it's like a super cheap vinyl, if it's like a really good vinyl, like any of the Caesars or Stalls, then you're good to go. You could put it on top. But if you're using like a cheap Amazon, because all you're gonna do is use it as a stencil, you may want to put it on the front, right? So now you put the image on the shirt and you can see where you want it to go. Now you still use the double-sided tape, right? on the outside, on the back, so it can stick onto the screen. You stick it on, and you're using heat tape, by the way. You stick it on, it stays on the screen, and then you go to the heat press and heat press it, and then it automatically stays on the screen. That's a lot. But the main point is this. You prep your image on the vinyl cutter, remove all the characters or whatever, put it on the screen, heat press it, add your ink, flood the area, right? When you're flooding the area, all that means is this. You're pushing the ink forward gently so the ink can be on the actual image, right? Once you have the ink on the actual image, then you take your squeegee, you either pull or you push, right? So now, once you've done that, what happens is you have an image on your shirt, and now you've screen printed with HTV vinyl. The best part about HTV vinyl is it does not come off unless you use VLR. Now, if you're like, you know what, this is the only screen I got, I was able to print this real quick, you put in VLR all over it, it won't hurt the screen or anything. You just put it on, you remove the vinyl, and then all you would have to do is just wash it, clean off all the excess adhesive, right? Let it dry up, and then you can reuse that screen with another image. You can vinyl cut another image and just throw it right on, supposing that the mesh is dry. And if you have the removable mesh, right, after you remove the vinyl and you clean it up, you can throw it in a dryer, dry it up real quick, put it back on, slap another HTV vinyl on there, and then do another shirt image. And that is HTV vinyl, heat transfer vinyl. Not sticker vinyl, heat transfer vinyl. And that's what I primarily do. I want to try to get proficient at it because and also I will be doing the simulated process and all these different things for screen printing the correct way, the right way. But there's a cheat in everything, and that's the best cheat I can think of. What time is it? Oh, I got time. I'm about to go, but let's read this next comment. That's good because it build EOM, EOM, I don't know what that means. Which is the thickest of stencil to shirt. All right, will give better ink thickness. EOM. I forgot what EOM is, but anyways, like and subscribe. This Levi Apparel. Peace.